Yo, what's up, YouTube, man? It's your boy, Ashton Jackson. And in today's video, I'm going to be talking about the Dallas Cowboys 2023-24 expectations, in my opinion, and going to be talking about how what could potentially hurt us in the season if we don't be proactive and fix the problem today. So before we hop into the video, I appreciate if you guys would like the video, subscribe if you're new, comment, and share my video with anyone who you think will enjoy my content. All those things I just said don't cost you a dime, but of course, if you guys give me 2,000 subscribers, I am going to give $100 to a lucky winner, and you get a $100 gift card of your choice. So I'm recording this the day of the Kansas City Chiefs versus Detroit Lions game. I'm right now. I'm doing it about an hour after the game, and I just want to talk about the game real quick, from an aspect of the double standards, right? Dak Prescott had a similar interception to how Patrick Mahomes did by throwing it to a receiver, hit him off the hands. Brian Branch took it for a pick six in the third quarter, right? And everyone's going to bail Patrick Mahomes in this game by saying, we worked offensive line, and all the excuses are true. We worked offensive line. Travis Kelce is gone. Chris Jones could help out the defense, even though the defense of the Kansas City Chiefs did amazingly well, only holding the Lions to only 21 points. And then them having inexperienced wide receivers where they're dropping passes. And it was crazy that Mahomes had in that one game today, he felt what Dak Prescott felt all last year. That was his problem. And as we saw as Dallas Cowboy fans who watched the game, right? We saw that he got pressured a lot. We worked offensive line. Our rookie playing left tackle. CeeDee Lamb was our only best receiver, and etc. To where that he didn't, games like that, how he looked like that game today, trouble scoring offensively. It just shows you in the NFL that you need talent to score no matter what. And how great, and as great as Patrick Mahomes is, he is the best quarterback in the league, and everyone's going to give him every excuse in the book. But that just shows you that you need help. You can't go out there against other NFL talent and get by with average receiver play, tight end play, offensive line play, and expect you to be the good team week in and week out. That's all I wanted to say. It's a double standard. Dak Prescott could have a similar performance. It's all Dak Prescott's fault. But Mahomes does the same exact thing. It's their fault. It's never his fault. I love Patrick Mahomes. That's my favorite quarterback to watch in the league. So with that out of the way, we're going to be talking about the expectations of the Dallas Cowboys for the 23-24 regular season and postseason. Right off the bat, I have us making the postseason. I will have a game by game analysis about who we're going to be, and things of that nature, and what our firing record will be before Sunday's matchup against the New York Giants. But again, I think we're going to have a tremendous season. I know we're going to have a tremendous season. We just need two things to go our way. Just two things. I'm not asking for, I need certain calls to go my way. None of that. I need us to, one, be healthy. If we can be healthy, we'll be fine, right? Just look at last year's. Everyone has recency bias. Let's look at last year. If the Kansas City, not the Kansas City Chiefs, but the Bengals, if they had a healthy offensive line and was able to contain Chris Jones, the Bengals possibly go to the AFC champion and to the Super Bowl, right? Niners, not saying that they possibly go to the Super Bowl, but the Niners have a fighting chance if they have Brock Purdy. Then the year prior, same thing with the two teams that made the championship game. If the Niners were a little bit healthy, if if not even it was if they figured out health, but then didn't get to a late start, they possibly didn't have to see the Rams at at LA, could have been in San Francisco, and then with the Chiefs, if the Chiefs just would have executed some things a little bit better, they could have gone to the Super Bowl, right? And now leading into my second point, if we just don't beat ourselves, we can make it to the promised land because we have the talent to do it. Talent has never been an issue with us. It never has been an issue. It's always been, if the talent wasn't great, we had okay coaching. When the talent was tremendous, we had trash coaching, right? Like, we had great teams with Jason Garrett. We just could never get it done because of the coordinators, just the coaching job overall, right? Now we're finally in a season where we feel like, Mike McCarthy, Super Bowl experience, going to be calling plays. Our defensive coordinator, Dan Quinn's been a Super Bowl, he was a Super Bowl defensive coordinator for the Seattle Seahawks with that Legion of Boom defense. We have both those guys calling plays. We're going to have, Dak Prescott, who's super irritated because everyone thinks that he's a scrub. And then you're going to have CeeDee Lamb, who's still trying to prove himself to others, not me, but to others, that he's a true wide receiver one in this league. Brandon Cooks is getting doubted. He played in the Super Bowl. He's going to have tremendous experience for this team. We upgraded the wide receiver two position, something that we didn't have last year going to the Niners game in San Francisco or Santa Clara. Then defensively, we fixed cornerback two, which cost us the number one seed last year, even though we did have poor wide receiver two play. If we just had above average or competent cornerback two instead of Anthony Brown or Kelvin Joseph or Nashawn Wright, we beat Jacksonville, we beat Green Bay, right? We fixed those two biggest impediments. We just got better adding to our defense, got better adding to our offense. We got more explosive out running back too. We don't have to worry about Ezekiel Elliott and that price tag and that name of his. So that's why we're not forced to see him on the field. Again, we replaced Noah Brown, who is now the wide receiver 5 or 6 on the Houston Texans roster. Gallup feels a lot better, and Gallup even admitted to last year not feeling 100%. And we saw it in the way that he played. Yes, he has some nice touchdowns, but he didn't have a great game. Like he caught 12 receptions for 150 yards and 2 touchdowns, like how he did prior ACL injury. Now you're looking at it, he's done a lot better, right? And we're going to be fine. We're going to have a great year. Now, the one thing that can potentially be in our way, not saying it is, but the one thing that can potentially be in our way is offensive line. We're already seeing it right now with Tyler and Tyron Smith both having minor injuries. They both been reported that they're minor. A game time decision is going to be decided for both. But if both are out, I'm not confident in this offensive line against the Giants, and I'm going to be talking about that more in depth on Saturday night. But offensive line is the only biggest impediment. I said last year our biggest problem, or something that was going to get in our way from us potentially even going to a conference title game or Super Bowl, was wide receiver two, because we just didn't have the talent opposite of CeeDee Lamb to open up when we had to go play teams that were able to stop the run against us, and we had to air the ball out. We couldn't really do that as efficient as we really wanted to because Gallup wasn't healthy. Noah Brown isn't fit in the NFL to be wide receiver two. Dennis Houston's young. He's not fit to be wide receiver 2 or 3. And you had December T.Y. Hilton, who just got signed to the football team in December. So we fixed all those problems that we did last year. Offensive line is scary right now because that already looks like is trying to mess with us early on. But it can be a blessing in disguise two ways. One way, if we start Austin Richards and Bass, if both the Smith bros can't go and they play tremendous games, they have a tremendous game against the Giants, then that lets us know that, hey, we have great offensive line depth. But if Bass is great, but Austin isn't that well, that can also tell the Dallas Cowboys to go out and go get actual veteran help, whether it is signing somebody in free agency or trading for somebody. So again, I have us as championship, NFC conference title game or Super Bowl, because we have to, because everyone in the organization, from the front office to the players, are all sounding alike. They're all saying that, we can't, we're not going to have this team forever, right? Because money's going to get in the way. People are going to retire. People are going to get traded, etc. And then, coaches around keep their jobs around a long time. Dan Quinn could possibly look for a head coaching job after we win the Super Bowl. So there's many different things. And also why I am also throwing in the Super Bowl as well, because we know that if in another fake universe we lose in a title game by less than 3 points, you're going to be mad. I'm going to be mad. Your favorite Dallas Cowboy content creator, whether that's Vosh Lombardi, West Coast, Law Nation, Skywalker Steel, all those great guys, Law Nation, Foots, all them guys out there, Okoye, they're all going to be mad as well. And you're all going to be in their comment section infuriated because of that we lost it in the championship game by less than 3 points. Again, in another universe. But we're going to make it to the championship game. We're going to either play the Niners, Eagles, go to the Super Bowl, go play the Bengals, right in Vegas. That's about it for the video. Hope you guys have a nice day. Stay safe, stay blessed.